Have you ever wondered what the world's most dangerous jobs actually look like from the inside? Every day, millions of workers clock in, not knowing if they'll clock out. From icy mountaintops to the blackest depths of the ocean. From the frozen decks of fishing trawlers to the blinding glow of molten steel. These are the men and women who keep civilization running, often at immense personal risk. Their stories are rarely told, but today, we're about to change that. In this video, we embark on a journey through the top 10 and beyond most dangerous jobs on Earth, pairing staggering statistics with raw, first-person accounts. We'll uncover what makes these jobs so deadly, the real faces behind the fear, and how courage, skill, and luck decide who gets to go home. So buckle up, because these are not just jobs. They are battles, waged daily on land, sea, and sky. Section 1. Logging workers, death in the forest. First up, the loggers. Each year, more loggers die on the job per capita than any other civilian profession. The odds are over 30 times higher than average, with a U.S. fatality rate north of 130 per 100,000 workers. But the true scale of risk is global, spanning the Amazon, Siberia, Southeast Asia, and Canada. Why so dangerous? Everything is trying to kill you, veteran logger Jean-Pierre tells us. The trees, the chainsaw, the hill itself. People think trees fall straight. They don't. Wind twists them, rotten cores snap. In the snow, you can't feel your toes, so you miss a step and suddenly you're under a 2-ton pine. According to statistics, most deaths occur during felling, when a miscalculation in direction, a hidden lean or gust of wind, can turn a tree from timber to tombstone in a second. Despite technological improvements and safety campaigns, the job remains a test of split-second judgment and brute resilience. For loggers, one routine mistake can end a career or a life. Section 2. Deep-sea fishers. Ever watched Deadliest catch and thought it looked a bit dramatic? Reality is worse. Deep-sea fishermen routinely defy some of nature's fiercest environments. 30-degree Arctic winds, rogue waves taller than a house, mechanical gear capable of crushing limbs, all far from any help. Statistically, fishing is the second most lethal job, with fatality rates exceeding 80 per 100,000 in hotspots like the Bering Sea 29. And yet, crews return trip after trip, motivated by both tradition and the lure of big paydays. Some nights it's so rough the boat vanishes into a wave. You're roped in, but so was Jimmy. He went overboard last winter, recalls Alexei, a deckhand from Russia. On deck, it's not if you get hurt, but how bad. Primary killers, drowning, machinery entanglements, and hypothermia. Every haul of the line could bring the next accident, or a record catch. Section 3. Roofers. Dancing on the edge. Up next, roofers. High above the ground, they wrestle with the elements' heat stroke in summer, ice in winter. Falls are the leading hazard, resulting in a fatality rate over 48 per 100,000 workers in the United States alone. But slips aren't the only risk exposure to chemicals. Unstable surfaces, punch-throughs from old or rotten underlayment can turn a regular job into a crisis. The hardest part? You have to trust your footing every single second, says Maria, a residential roofer. And when your mind slips, your body follows. Once I felt my boot slide 6 meters down to asphalt. The harness caught me, but most guys don't wear them. The industry is seeing a push for more advanced safety harnesses, materials, and enforced break times. But many small outfits operate with minimal precautions. For some, each payday comes with a roll of the dice. Section 4. Underwater welders. Danger down below. Combine high-voltage electricity, deep water, pressurized gases, and zero visibility, and you get underwater welding, the most dangerous specialized trade in the construction world. Though tiny in workforce, its fatality and injury rate dwarfs most industries, with estimates ranging as high as 1540 deaths per 1,000 annually in some regions. Every dive could be your last, admits Carlos, who spent 12 years repairing oil platforms in the Gulf. You run from sharks, yeah, but also the invisible stuff, electric arcs, sudden pressure drops, nitrogen narcosis. One friend dropped his mask, panicked, took a wrong breath, was gone in 50 meters. Modern innovation like remotely operated vehicles is slowly reducing human exposure, but until then, each dive remains a calculated wager. Section 5 Miners. The underground gamble mining is ancient. Its risks are timeless. Collapsing tunnels, explosive gases, heavy equipment, and toxic dust. The 2023-24 global tally shows hundreds of worker deaths per year, with numbers far higher in regions with fewer protections. Modern mines may be safer, but disasters still happen. The 2010 Copiapó Chilean mine collapse or Turkey's 2022 Amasra explosion are sobering reminders. Dwight, a coal miner with over 3 decades down under, shares, "The scariest thing's not a crash or a boom, it's the quiet. You hear rocks settle, then nothing, then it all comes down. Everyone's always waiting. Respiratory disease silicosis, black lung ravages survivors, a delayed but deadly toll. Yet for communities built on mining, the work continues. Big tech is pushing for automated drilling and enhanced safety gear. But for now, every shift means rolling the dice." Section 6. Electrical line workers, high voltage heroes. When the power goes out, line workers answer the call, often amid disaster, high wind, lightning, or flood. Their task? Maintain and repair live high-voltage transmission lines, sometimes without the power even being fully shut off. Annual deaths per 100,000 run upwards of 2040, but injuries are far more common. You can't predict a live wire. Some days storm water is everywhere, your gloves slip. You flinch, that's it, shares Mike, a Florida lineman. But every broken line means thousands in the dark and someone's got to fix it. Modern insulated gear and drone inspections help, but frontline crews must still face the wires directly. Section 7. Oil rig workers. Hell on the high seas. Oil rig workers are the backbone of the world's energy supply, and the risks they bear are monumental. 50-foot waves, chemical exposure, machinery malfunctions, and explosion potential turn each shift into a gauntlet. It's not just the fire hazard. Break a pipe and it's a bomb. I saw a guy lose his foot because a wrench slipped at the wrong split second, confides Amrita, an offshore engineer. Safety protocols are increasingly strict, but the margin for error remains razor thin. The isolation means that help, when needed, is always hours away. Section 8. Firefighters, running toward danger. Firefighters choose to charge into burning buildings, wildfires, and hazardous scenes every day. Globally, fire and rescue fatality rates vary, but spike during wildland fire disasters, seen in recent US, Australia, and Mediterranean megafires. Heat stroke, flashover, overexertion, and collapses are everyday threats. Modern wildfires, fueled by rising temperatures, are faster, less predictable, and more deadly, making the job riskier than ever. The smoke can suffocate, but the real killer's chaos. Roof falls, you're trapped, the exit disappears. You've got 60 seconds to make every move count, says Samuel, a California wildland firefighter. The courage to enter the flames is what saves lives, but at an enormous cost to health and safety. Section 9. Truck drivers. Danger on the road. Not all dangerous jobs happen far from civilization. Truck drivers face a unique blend of sleep deprivation, punishing hours, unpredictable road conditions, theft, and violence. High fatality rates, especially in North America, Africa, and Asia, reflect the non-stop nature of this work. A simple mistake nodding off, misjudging a curve, loading error can result in catastrophe. You're racing the deadline, dodging weather. And in a bad crash, the rig always loses, states Anna, a long-haul driver. Despite safety campaigns and electronic monitoring, the relentless demands of supply chain logistics leave little room for rest. Section 10. Stunt performers, professional risk takers. Last but never least, the stunt community Hollywood's hidden heroes. These pros rehearse, ensure, and engineer every sequence. But even in 2025, some stunts carry unavoidable risk. From bone-breaking leaps to vehicle crashes, the fine line between spectacle and tragedy is a split-second miscalculation. A missed step, a trip, a prop that goes off early, it all looks real because for a moment it is, shares stuntwoman Riley. Advances in visual effects have reduced some risks, but for the biggest blockbusters, the human element still drives the thrill. Bonus section: emerging risks and the future. danger evolves. In 2025, jobs like viral disease research, post-disaster response, and even AI system oversight are emerging as new frontiers of workplace risk. Climate change, technological escalation, and global unrest create challenges that push workers into the unknown. But so too does our ability to adapt through robotics, wearable safety tech, and a new understanding of mental wellness in hazardous fields. As long as there is risk, there will be those brave enough to face it head-on. So next time you flick on a light, fill your tank, or simply turn on the tap, remember, it's danger, sweat, and sacrifice that keeps your world running. Which job shocked you the most? What would you risk for a better life or a bigger paycheck? Share your thoughts below. And if you want more true stories from the world's toughest workplaces, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss our next deep dive. Stay safe, stay curious.